shit. The Bentley got fucked up. Wow.
All right, so we're finally picking up the Bentley. This has been like a freaking 8-month thing. Back in January, I smashed the front bumper of my Bentley. I was going like 100 something miles an hour, driving down the road, cruising. If you guys know the GT Bentleys are heavy, so they're V12s, but they're also heavy. They're fast, but they're super heavy. So as I'm cruising down the highway, the truck in front of me veered around an object, which was a semi truck tire that was like laying on the one of those flaps that was like laying on the highway. And there's nothing I could do going that fast. I had to just hit it. I couldn't veer around it or else it might cause an accident or swerve out myself. So I hit it, and it was like Mario Kart. It was like whoosh, like the bumper pieces, black pieces went everywhere, all over the highway. And I was like, holy crap. Now, I'm cruising on the highway. There's literally nothing you can do. There's not much shoulder. What am I going to do? So I didn't pull over until I had to go to the gas station anyways. Then I pulled over, checked it out, and I decided that, hey, since I'm going to have to buy a new bumper anyways, maybe I should check out upgrading the Bentley and giving it a nice new, like, fresh look, right? So that started on a path. So this is back in January when I smashed the bumper. And then it started on a path of me having to research, because my ADHD and my OCD, I had to research every freaking bumper company out there and find a really good aftermarket kit for the Bentley. I had to check it out, see before and after, potential photos, whatever, that kind of stuff, right? And I was like narrowing in. I finally found the bumpers that I wanted for the Bentley. It's now like April. I order the bumpers. I get them in like June, basically, right? I pick up the bumpers, and I'm like, all right, now I've got to find someone to install them. I thought I could take it to the shop that I usually take my Bentley to, which I did. I took it over to them, and they just said they don't really work on aftermarket stuff. They're not comfortable touching the Bentley and maybe messing it up or something like that. So they didn't want to take it, but they said to go find some aftermarket, customized auto body shops that do customization. So here I am. It's now late June. I go and visit a few shops. I finally found a shop that said they'll take the project on and they'll do it. Take it to the shop. Then we leave on vacation. I come back from vacation, and they could not figure out how to get the bumper to fit the Bentley. They tried for like a week and a half, and I was like, crap. I was all excited to see this Bentley, right? Now I call the manufacturer of the bumper kit, and I asked them. Their name is Aero Functions, AERO Functions.com or whatever. Anyways, they carry a lot of aftermarket parts. So I contact them. I asked them who they would suggest I use for the install. And they suggested someone that's only like 30 minutes down the road from me. They're in Anaheim area, basically. So I take it to him, and he gives me a quote. It's a lot more expensive than I expected, but at this point, I'm already committed, right? I already bought 2 bumpers. I can't return them. They're aftermarket. They're sitting in my garage. So I go ahead and drop the bumpers off with him and the Bentley. We go off on vacation again. It's supposed to be done when we get back, right? So we're gone for about a week. We get back. I'm excited to go pick it up, and it's not ready. But he's working on it. So he shows me some videos and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I check out the Bentley. I'm like, okay, cool. It's looking good. So he tells me, hey, don't worry, it'll be ready, next week, Monday. Well, Monday comes around. All right, it'll be ready Tuesday. All right, it'll be ready Wednesday. And this goes on all the way till last week, Friday. Then he's like, okay, it will be ready, I promise, by Saturday. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to come down and pick up my car. Saturday rolls around, and he's like, dude, it'll be ready on Monday. And this thing has gone all the way. Now it's been a few weeks, and they're a good shop, but because they're such a good shop, they want to make sure everything fits perfectly. Like, it's got to fit snug. It's got to have the seams got to be seamless, basically, so that you don't have any cracks. Like, this is an aftermarket bumper that they're trying to make fit on the Bentley. And it was originally made for the Bentley, but that still doesn't mean you might have some parts. Like, they had to shift certain, like the radiator back and stuff. They had to do some mods to the engine parts as well, just to get the bumper to fit. It's a pretty crazy process. So anyways, here we are. It is now Friday. They've had it now for a few weeks, and we're finally going to pick it up. And so I'm excited to see it. Now, it's not painted because we're going to go wrap it. So right now we're headed over to go check out the bumper. Let's go check it out. Boom. All right, here we go. This place is like, back here is all like heavily guarded with fencing and everything like that, you know, like security gates and stuff. Let's go see this bad boy out. The guy that owns the shop, his name's Diego. Cool dude. And what I really respect about him is that he could have done a cheap job at it and just made some quick mods just to make it all fit. But he contacted me and went over all the different ways that he could do it, and then offered me, you know, the professional way to do it and then the cheap way to do it. And of course I wanted to do it the right way. This is a Bentley. And so I'm excited to go see it. And all the mods still kept everything very, very safe. And that was part of the reason he had to shift some things around. He didn't want to mess up the main frame of the car, but he still wanted to make the bumper fit. So let's go check it out. All right, so here we go. Look at that. All right, so it's not done yet. We have an issue with the wiring harness for the sensor. So one of the sensors got damaged during the accident I had, and we have to replace the entire front sensor's harness. And that whole kit is like thousands of dollars from Bentley. So our guy is over here. He's gonna look it up, try and see if he can find a salvage part so that we can, all we need is just this harness for the sensors on the front bumper, so that it actually works, because right now it's just gonna start beeping. But check out the car. Boom. It's looking really nice. Look it. Way better upgrade than what we had before. So the Bentley is staying here another night, maybe a couple more days, but hopefully it'll be done soon. In the meantime, I got some pictures. The other thing that we decided is it needs some skirts on the back, on the sides. So if you look at the front to the rear, it looks like it needs some skirts. So he's gonna try to figure out if we can add some skirts right here and blend it all in. So a couple more days and we're done. No Bentley today, but I got a margarita and it's after 2. Hopefully I'll get my Bentley in a couple days. And then I still have phase 2, which is the wrap, and then it'll finally be done. So sheesh.